everyone and welcome back to my channel. Hope you've all had an amazing Christmas and are looking forward to New Year. I wasn't particularly planning on putting a video up between Christmas and New Year. A couple of people were asking about possibly popping up a video of the presents that my children got for Christmas. I'm new to this. I'm never really sure as to what people find interest in. Obviously, I kind of go on what I found interesting, and certainly as it stands at the moment it is like the shopping hauls, the Slimming World. Having said that, I absolutely love watching present ideas, I love watching cleaning, so there is loads of things. I've just picked out a handful of toys for each of my children that have proved to be really popular. As you know, with small kids, like I've got one who's just 5 and one who is 1.5. They are spoilt rotten at Christmas by friends and family, and I could be making an hour-long video to show you the bits and pieces that they've got. They're very, very fortunate that they've got people around them that enjoy buying them gifts and things. Maybe a bit mean in some ways, because we actually always hold back around half a dozen toys each for them, and we hide those away in their bedrooms and we get them out later in the year. Especially for my boy who has a December birthday, he then goes most of the year without actually undoing a present. So anyway, I will show you what they have had. I thought I'd start off first of all with my son, and I've literally just chosen like 7 or 8 presents that have been quite a hit this year. As I said just now, I could go on and on showing you every last thing they had, like including all the sweets and like little puzzles and things, but I would be here all year. So I've just taken a few that I think have been good ideas, like ones that have just been a hit. So I thought I'd start with books, and to start with, he is 5 and he loves Pooh. So someone actually bought him this, which is called Pooh in the Zoo. I think my mum did. And he's been telling me about this book since starting school in September, and as we predicted, it's been a massive hit. So if you've got a little 4, 5, 6-year-old boy, maybe older, that's interested in everything to do with Pooh and bottoms and yeah, everything like that, then this was a very funny one. And the excitement levels when you opened this was quite amazing for a 5-year-old in a book. Often they're not keen on getting books or clothes, but that's changed with the addition of these kind of books. And the other book that I chose, he did actually get about 6 books in total, but these were the 2 that were the biggest hits. And it is called Bathroom Boogie by Claire Fogues and Al Murphy. And he's already got a Kitchen Disco. I don't know if you've read that one, and it's all about a fruit bowl that comes alive when they go to bed, and they have a disco in the kitchen with all the fruit. And this is a Bathroom Boogie one, and yeah, similar thing. When everyone's gone out for the day, the bathroom basically has a bit of a boogie, and yeah, really, really good. I'm massively for anything that encourages children to read. Like, we've always read 2 or 3 books every night to our kids since they were, well, babies really. Touch wood, they do both seem to like books, so I'm all for any sort of book that's going to encourage them to read regardless of the story, and this has proven to be a really popular one. So yeah, that's another one. Bit of a random addition here, Abominable. We've not even seen Abominable, it's not even out on DVD yet, but you know how kids get fixated with characters and things? For some reason, that was it. We posted their letters off to Santa at the beginning of December, and the only toy that was on his list was this little guy. He was like £5 I think, and that was really all he was on the hunt for on Christmas morning, opening his stocking, and yeah, he made Leo very happy. So yeah, thought I'd just add that in. Actually both got these, so I thought I'd show this under Leo's because we've only opened 1 box. And these are actually called magnetic tiles. This make is called Children Hub, and I have to say, these have been nothing short of amazing. I'm very lucky that I've got a handful of teacher friends, and basically whenever they recommend any toys, I'm basically just going to put them on the list for the children, because there's not been a single toy that they've recommended that haven't been a hit in this house. It's absolutely amazing. You can get magnetic tiles here, there and everywhere. If you've got a child that loves kind of building blocks, constructive things, then this is brilliant. Basically, these are building blocks. There's a variety of shapes. I'll just show you the squares, but basically they stick together, so you can put them that way, you can put them that way, and you basically just build blocks, whatever you fancy building. There's triangles, there's windows, there's all sorts. So basically they just stick together and you can just build and build and build, and that is what my son has been doing for the whole of Christmas Day. We were a bit concerned that there weren't any other children with us on Christmas Day and he might be a little bit bored, but he really wasn't. And it was because of this, and honestly, I can't rate it enough. There's 60 pieces in here, variety of different ones. We actually got 1 set each for the children. Now these are a bit of an investment piece. These were £28 I think, 27. for one. This was like, along with their main present, was the present from us. We do little bits for Santa and then like a main present, but we got the main one and this, and they are more expensive than I would ever spend really on something like this, but I have witnessed firsthand like how much enjoyment the kids get out of them, and they have not disappointed. This is the toy that has been being played with every single day. If your child likes making things, towers and houses, and we do a lot of little role play with little peg people and little figurines, and he's just been having the time of his life. So if you're after a present that's going to last, you do have to see it as a little bit of an investment, I think, with this one, to spend best part of £30 on one. Honestly, I really can't recommend this enough. It says age 3+. Obviously we've got one for our daughter who's 1.5, but we wouldn't leave her alone with it. Being a second child, she just wants to be like her brother, and I'm all for toys that are going to encourage certain skills. So we will watch her like a hawk when she's with them. She will enjoy those, I think, as much as Leo. And there's this little toy next, and this is called, I'll just show you the leaflet because it's out, and it's called the Creative Making Panel. And basically it is a drill set. Obviously you need batteries for the drill, but you're basically just build and design fun toy. Our little boy absolutely loves watching my husband doing any work with his drill. We've had an extension here in the last couple of years anyway, so he's really into like watching my husband use any tools. So I'm just going to open this and show you. Basically got the drill here, which, as you can see, you can go forward or you can go backwards like that. Little bits and pieces, little heads and attachments, and then you've got all the screws in this one, and you've got all the bits and pieces to screw in here. We haven't actually even opened half of them yet. You can see we've opened the yellow and red, and there's absolutely loads of them. And you basically, as the picture shows, you just pop them on and you drill them in. And it's such a simple toy, but it's actually brilliant. And this was like the second favourite toy, I would say, that Leo's enjoyed playing with. And what's more is you can just pop it all in there and clip it shut, and actually, especially I think if you're holidaying in this country, in the UK, as opposed to flying out with a weight limit, that is a really decent thing to be able to take away. It provides hours of entertainment, and it's in a nice little carry case. You could perhaps even get away with putting a few small toys in there as well to take away. And if you fly or cruise, for instance, I think it's still quite a nice compact little toy to take away. This one has been opened because I couldn't stop him, but it's the play foam. I like this because it's basically quite similar to Play-Doh, that you can kind of mold it and make shapes, but it's everlasting. It doesn't lose its squish. So obviously Play-Doh hardens up and you end up chucking it out over time. These are made up of loads and loads of tiny little balls, and you squish and mold them to make things. And we found that in the last couple of days we've just been able to bag them up and take them out. So if you're going out to a cafe, for instance, and you just want something for them to play with, they've been brilliant. You can see on the back there, they basically just, you sculpt them and make what you want. And I've actually really loved watching them play with these. Again, it's 3+, which is why we've aimed it more at Leo, but Lucy is also playing with them. Obviously make sure that she's not eating them or anything. But yeah, we've been enjoying those. Really good for the hand muscles before they start school. I've really enjoyed those. We always try and pop in one puzzle toy for him. He loves puzzles anyway, and this time we went for Dinosaur Raw, 4-in-1 jigsaw. I'm just checking, there's a 12, a 16, a 20 and a 24 piece, and it just makes up 4 different pictures on the back. And yeah, love the book Dinosaur Raw, and I quite like to kind of match up a book with a puzzle, and then it seems to be a bit more of a hit. So haven't opened that one yet, but I think we're going to be doing that one this afternoon. Next up is the good old-fashioned buckaroo. This is, bless him, it's been on his list for probably the last 2 Christmases, and it's always kind of slipped through the net. You know, people ask for an idea and you give it to them, and then they find something else that they prefer, and it slipped through the net. So when he opened this from my best friend, he was absolutely over the moon. We haven't played it yet. That is being played this afternoon for sure. I don't think I really need to show you. Cannot wait. So yeah, that's a good one. 4+, so we will play that one once our little one's having a nap, or maybe let him play it just as she's gone down to bed. We don't want her getting to any of the small bits, but yeah, that's another one. The very last thing I'm going to show you is this. And basically, I know everyone does things differently. So in our house, generally Santa brings a stocking full of gifts, and they're very lucky and fortunate, but we don't go mad from the presents of Santa. Try and keep the stocking presents a bit like smaller, just little gifts. and then we have a main present or 2 presents from me and my husband. So this year for Leo, we got him, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this here very well, but we got him an e-Zink scooter. Now, it clearly says 8+, I realise that, and he's 5, but I don't talk about it an awful lot, and it's something I might start to talk about a bit more. But basically, if you haven't watched my channel already and you're not sure, then my son was born with a complex heart condition. He's essentially got half a heart. He wasn't born with half a heart, but that's basically the route they've gone down. He gets very, very breathless very easily. He can't walk very far. And we're getting to the age where he's getting a bit big for the buggy board, but he's getting very, very puffed out when we go out anywhere. And as much as he is really ideally would wait another year or 2 to get this, he is struggling a little bit now to keep up with his friends who are biking and scootering, and wants to scoot on the school run like his friends do, especially when it's nice and sunny. So we have got this, and we've really got it early just so that he can practice it at home a bit more. It goes up to 5 miles an hour. It's rechargeable. And I got it in the sale in Argos a few months back, and I think I paid around about £80, £84. It was on a really, really good bargain, so it said. I mean, you never know, but I didn't think £80 was too bad for an electric scooter. Haven't got it out yet. We've explained to him that it's something that he needs to practice on first, and then when we're happy with that, we'll take him to the park down the road, which is safe and away from cars, and then we will go along the seafront, and we will make sure that he's really, really used to using it and understands the safety of it before we let him scoot to school with us, for instance. But anyway, this is the one we've gone for. I've never really looked into it. It was a little bit of an impulse buy. We weren't planning to give him this, but he was really beginning to struggle a little bit out and about. So this is what we've gone for. It folds down so we can keep it in the car really easily. I hope that he's going to enjoy using it. So obviously, as I said, he got other bits. He got sweets and little bits and pieces. Those were the selection of things that have been the biggest hit. Go on to Lucy's presents next. Obviously, he is only 1.5. Don't need to go mad. I've got a selection to show you. So first up is this. We are obsessed in this house by Peppa Pig. Not me and my husband, but my son and daughter. As a family present, we actually got a ticket to Poulton's Park because we're down Hampshire way anyway. It's quite a local theme park to us, and that is what we got from a few family members clubbed together to get us that. So the Peppa Pig fan club continues in this house, and we just thought to go along with the voucher, got her a little car. And it's just a simple little car. I think it was only like £3 or £4. She loves it. It's just like the Daddy Pig car ride at Poulton's Park. And yeah, she was thrilled with that. Next up is this little leapfrog toy. We got one of these for my niece. We then got one for my son when he was small, and they've been such a hit. It's a leapfrog toy. It is absolutely tiny. It's got 2 volume buttons. It talks to you. You can basically learn the alphabet, the numbers, music. It talks to you. There's activities on it, and it's just brilliant. It's absolutely ideal to take out and about. It's good in the car because it's small. It fits in a backpack, and it's really, really good. Perfect again if you're out for lunch or a cafe or anything. It's absolutely perfect. It's not too loud, so it doesn't annoy everyone. There's 2 volumes. That's what we've got, and she's already been playing with that so much. I'm actually going to pop it in our backpack now while I remember, and yeah, we will take that one out and about with us. Next up was this, and I actually got this on Amazon, and then a family member gave it to her, and it's just a little car ride, and I just really liked it because I just thought cars don't have to be for boys. And basically, I don't know if you can really see it, but you just line the cars up and then it just goes down like this. And yeah, it's a very simple toy, made of wood, and then the plastic slides, and it just comes with 4 small little cars. My son, who's 5, has also been using it quite a lot. It was a hit with him and his cousin as well, as you see. These are a little bit smaller than I had realised when I ordered it, if I'm absolutely honest. I said that she's 1.5. It's too big for her to kind of swallow, but we do keep an eye when she's playing with that one. But she's really enjoyed that. Just a really simple toy. And we have gone for a puzzle as well. As you just now, with Leo, he had Dinosaur Roar. With Lucy, she's got Peppa Pig Family puzzles. It's 2+, but they're just 2 and 3-piece puzzles, and she will really enjoy doing these ones. I must just say, I'm very, very sorry about our washing machine. I hadn't realised I popped it on and now it's spinning as I'm doing this video. So yeah, I apologise for the noise in the background. 2 more for Lucy. Next up is the Mega Blocks, which I think are quite a popular addition really for children. This was Leo's ones, which he still got from when he was small. Thought it would be nice for her to have her own set. So yeah, she was really, really pleased when she opened those. Lastly, for Lucy, again, we got the scooter for Leo, and what we actually decided this time for Lucy was to get her the mini micro scooter. Ended up going for this just because there's 3 stages to it. I will try and show you, sorry, it's not particularly easy, but there's 3 stages to it, and it's basically, the first stage is to sit down on with a seat. You can change the handle, and then you can move it up to be a proper scooter, which you can use up until, I guess, 5 or 6. And we just felt like, although it was slightly more expensive, we had a couple of vouchers to use up anyway, and we just thought we would invest in this one, which is now going to last her for a good 5 years or more. And that is what we did, and she's thrilled with it because she tries to use her big brothers all the time, and yeah, she was really, really pleased with this one. So they each had a scooter, which is more than we would normally spend, but for both reasons. This one's going to last her 5 years, and Leo needed an electric one really with his condition, so that's the reason that we went slightly more this year. But I think actually we've saved money in the long run, because hopefully both those scooters will last them really well. And yeah, they were both really, really pleased. Thanks so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it and it was helpful. I just think like Christmas and birthday ideas aren't a bad thing, especially if you've got children of the same kind of age. They're very, very lucky children, and we make sure that they know that they're lucky to receive gifts, full stop, let alone be spoiled from all the family and friends. So yeah, they're very appreciative of what they've got and are enjoying playing with everything for this week really. It's a nice week, isn't it, this one between Christmas and New Year, because you don't know what day it is, you just sit and eat chocolate, and it's just a nice, I think it's just a nice feeling to this week. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to go and edit this video, and then I'm going to sit down and have a nice hot chocolate, I think, and a couple of sweets, because it is Christmas and I am gearing up for Slim and Wild in the new year, so making the most of it and getting through all these sweeties. I really hope you've all had a lovely Christmas and New Year. We've been hit by the lurgy, which is why I sound really croaky. We all went down with it like the week of Christmas, but yeah, hopefully you have managed to avoid it and you're having a nice restful time. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, that would be absolutely amazing. I'm also over on Instagram, mumma_hedgehog too, and on the wonderful Channel Mum with the name Mumma Hedgehog. See you in 2020. See you soon. Bye.